Gracious God, grant us the serenity to accept those things we cannot change, courage to change those things we can, and wisdom to know the difference. In Christ's name we pray. Amen. Please be seated. Today's gospel is one of my favorites. We have the story, the healings of the Syrophoenician woman and the healing of the deaf and mute man. I sometimes wish that we had a church of the Syrophoenician woman in our Episcopal denomination. That would be a great name for a church. At the very least, a stained glass window. And I'm sure there is a stained glass window to the Syrophoenician woman out there someplace. If she had a Twitter account, I would follow it. She is very witty. In today's gospel, Jesus opens a new door to the church. It's a new door to the church. And you could say it's like a side door or even a back door to the church for the Gentiles, for a new group of folk to come into the church. Now, there are some clues in the passage that kind of emphasize this point. One is that geographically, these miracles are far away from Jesus' public ministry so far. So far, it's been in Galilee. This is the culmination of his public ministry, and it happens in other areas, in Tyre and in the city of 10 cities, the Decapolis. So that's a clue for us that something new is happening. But the miracle with the deaf and mute man is an echo to the passage that we heard in Isaiah, that Jesus is still continuing a ministry that harkens back to a messianic figure that we are expecting. Another thing to notice is the healing or the exorcism of the daughter with the demon recalls that the very first miracle that Jesus does in the Gospel of Mark is not turning water into wine at a wedding in Cana, but in Mark's Gospel, the very first miracle he performs is an exorcism. So this duo of miracles signifies for us that a door is opening. It's something that is old, but it's something that is new. It's a fresh start. The ministry with the Gentiles is something new and fresh, but something a part of what Jesus is supposed to do. What follows this miracle in the next chapter in Mark is the second feeding of the multitudes. So to emphasize and extend that metaphor of feeding the crumbs to the dogs that fall off the table, in the first miracle of the feeding of the multitudes, Jesus feeds a multitude of Jewish disciples. And in this second feeding in Mark, he is feeding a group of disciples who are Gentile. So it's a nice kind of follow-up, a nice parallel, a nice extension of the metaphor of crumbs that feed the Gentile children. So what does this mean for us on Welcome Back Sunday? Well, I think three things. The first is that we are all welcome. That even if you feel like an outsider, that you don't belong, it's okay. You're in the right place, and you do belong. There's a wonderful image in popular culture in the movie To All the Boys I've Loved Before. The protagonist, Laura Jean, it's the first day of the school year, and she's standing there in the cafeteria, wondering where her place is going to be. And it shows her in several scenes trying to find her place. Not in the cafeteria, not in the library. Where is she going to find her place? It's a tender, comical moment that I think is universal. And we've all been there, kind of wondering, where am I going to sit? Where is my place? And some of us might even have that feeling every time time you go to coffee hour. I invite us to welcome whenever we see a new face, either in the pew or at coffee hour, and just remember what it felt like to be Laura G. Just kind of wondering, where is our place? And speak and reach out to that person. The second thing we can do is invite the next set of Gentiles into the church to make sure that our church, our missional ministry, is open to the next set of Gentiles. That might mean that we will feel like we're losing our place in line. That if I leave my place in line or give it up, someone else is going to get in front of me, and we all hate that. No one likes to be cut off as we drive on the freeway. No one likes someone sneaking in line at the grocery store. That is something visceral, elemental. None of us like it. But that is what we are asked to do when we invite the Gentile, whoever that may be, into the line. Comedian Hannah Gadsby has a wonderful joke that kind of points out to kind of the fear, or at least the existence of privilege in our culture. She is a person with short hair, thick-rimmed glasses, and a stout figure, and will sometimes be mistaken for a man. And one time that happened by a flight attendant who called her sir, and then immediately followed up with an apology. And Hannah said, "Oh, don't apologize. I am not offended. And in fact, I enjoy being mistaken as a man, because for just a moment, I am thinking that I'm going to get some unearned privileges and perks on this flight. Not only am I going to get my assigned seat, but I'll have all the knee space I want and both armrests." Now, of course, this is not universal for all men. This is not the way we all act on airplanes. But the joke does point to the fact that there are some unearned privileges that exist in our society, whether that be related to gender or skin color, height, education. There are some things that happen, that are assumed, where we're given the benefit of the doubt. That when we've lived long enough in the spotlight, and we have to share that spotlight, it feels like we're in darkness. As someone said it more poignantly, when you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression. When you're accustomed to privilege, equality feels like oppression. It's hard to lose our place in line, especially when we've always been at the front. It's harder, perhaps, to lose our place in line when we feel like we're way in the back. But we are called to move out and leave our place in line, to invite the Gentile. In the first miracle, the interaction between Jesus and the persistent woman, there's a lot of debate on what's going on with Jesus. There are basically kind of two camps. One is wondering, well, Jesus is tired. He isn't tired.